Alright, hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite niche houses, Jeroboam. Do you know Jeroboam? Yeah, they're a house that kind of sits in the shadows of their sister company, which is Jeroboam. I think you probably have heard of Jeroboam before. They put out just fantastic, high quality fragrances. And Jeroboam tends to get quite a bit of love here in the YouTube community, in the YouTube fragrance community. And Jeroboam definitely kind of sits in the shadows of Jeroboam. But I absolutely love Jeroboam. They release 30 ml extrait de parfum concentrations, and they are just amazing. Very, very unique smelling fragrances. And also I'd like to mention that for all the fragrances that I'm going to be showing to you today, Vanina Murasole, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, is the perfumer. And she may have actually perfumed all of the Jeroboam fragrances. I'm not 100% sure about that, so don't quote me on that. She's also perfumed some of the fragrances for Jeroboam. So yeah, she does incredible work. So today, I'm going to be showing you the 4 Jeroboam fragrances that I have in my collection. So if you're curious to hear about the House of Jeroboam, then let's go. So first up on the list, we have Mixado. So this is a very creamy, woody scent, and it's probably the most masculine smelling scent that you'll see on the list today. It's quite sensual and even a little bit seductive. I would say the majority of the Jeroboam fragrances are actually quite seductive. They have just a sexiness about them that I really enjoy. Mixado also has a dark mysteriousness about it. It is extremely woody, and this one is probably the woodiest scent on this list as well. This one just smells so good. Gosh, it's very unique. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't have another fragrance that smells quite like this in my collection. So maybe that's one reason I really like it. So in the top, you get labdanum, saffron, bergamot. In the mid, you get guaiac wood, geranium, and cedar. And in the base, you get white musk, patchouli, and vanilla. Yeah, this is just a stunning scent. It has a quite earthiness about it as well, but it's one that I really enjoy, and it works great in the cooler months for sure. Fall and winter, this one works perfectly. Definitely a great one to check out from the House of Jeroboam. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Mixado by Jeroboam. So next up, we have Insul. So this one is a very gourmand vanilla fragrance. Very heavy vanilla. So basically you have vanilla, jasmine, and white musks. I really don't get a whole lot of the jasmine or even white floral touch on my skin. I get a very heavy vanilla. So upon initial spray with this one, I get the vanilla of course, but I also get kind of like a coffee or a slight boozy type of vibe. And then once that starts to move into the dry down, some nice, beautiful musks start to push forward. And of course that vanilla deepens even more and really becomes even more prominent in this fragrance. If you do not enjoy gourmand smelling vanillas, you probably won't like this. This is very rich and sweet and delicious. It smells delicious, like you want to eat it. So if gourmands aren't your thing, then you may not enjoy this one. But from time to time, I like to reach for a sweet fragrance, and I don't really have any gourmands in my collection. So yeah, I thought that this would be a nice change just to kind of switch things up a little bit. And you know, from time to time, especially around the holiday season, I like to reach for like a sweet fragrance like this. This is a good one, and performance is amazing, just like on all the other Jeroboam fragrances. This one's crazy. What I will say about this one is if you're wearing anything white or light colored, do not spray this on your clothes because this juice is red. So it will stain your clothes.
I know from personal experience.
So yeah, just be careful with this one, but it is a very nice scent, very rich, heavy, and quite robust. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Insul by Jeroboam. So next up, we have Ombra. So this one's a very warm and ambery scent. There's definitely a little freshness here as well. I really love this one. It's a gorgeous scent, very gorgeous. What I like about this one too is the use of incense. Upon initial spray, you definitely get that touch of incense that's pushing through, and I really enjoy that about this. So the notes in this fragrance are incense, geranium, bergamot, Peru balsam, patchouli, vanilla, tonka bean, musk, and vetiver. Yeah, there's just something very warm and inviting about this one. It's almost kind of cozy and comforting in a way. This is amber done extremely well. And again, kind of like I mentioned before, this one is quite seductive. I kind of see this more worn in the evening. I would say this would be an evening scent for me. You know, if I'm going on a date or I'm just going out with friends or something like that, I could totally see myself wearing a fragrance like this. Works great in the cooler weather, and yeah, just a beauty. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Ombra by Jeroboam. And finally, we have Vespero. So this one has a very multifaceted nature. It's the perfect combination of going from bright to dark. So I would say this is Jeroboam's take on a slight Creta Ventus DNA. It's not the same at all as Creta Ventus. Creta Ventus kind of starts off with a heavy blast of pineapple. In this fragrance, they use apple. And then upon initial spray, you definitely get that apple and bergamot. And then when you move into the dry down, you get some leather that starts to push through. And this is a gorgeous one. Very fresh as well. And that's something that I really like about this. It's an easy wear. I mean, you can wear this to the workplace, out on a date. I would say this is probably, out of all the fragrances on this list, this is probably the most versatile in my opinion. It's a beast performer as well, so you can wear it in the warmer months, but also the colder months. It has the strength to push through that cold, cool air. Yeah, this is a beauty. As for the notes in this one, you have apple, pink grapefruit and bergamot, leather, cedar, geranium, jasmine, woody notes, musk, amber, and patchouli. I hope this house gets a lot more love on YouTube. I mean, they definitely deserve it. The fragrance are just amazing. I think maybe one reason why Jeroboam doesn't get as much love as like Javoy is because maybe people just want bigger bottles. Maybe 30 ml isn't enough for them. So Javoy sells in 100 ml bottles for about $200, as where you can get Jeroboam for 30 ml for about $120. So maybe that's why you know, people kind of look at the cost to size ratio and that kind of deters them. But gosh, they're missing out on some killer fragrances. These fragrances are fantastic, so I hope you guys can check them out. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Vespero by Jeroboam. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. And let me know what you think about the House of Jeroboam. Have you tried any of their fragrances? Let me know down in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the House of Jeroboam. So I hope you guys are staying healthy and well, and I'll see you in the next video.